everyone. Welcome back to World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore and our Human Paladin. I appreciate you joining me today, and I hope you are all doing well. Today we are back here in Duskwood. We are currently at Sven's camp, just as we were at the end of the last episode, and we are going to take on the next part of his quest, which is just before we take on Morbent Fell. So, we've got a lot of undead enemies to take on for today. Let's get up the hill back into Ravenhill Cemetery and get started. This quest is green to us, which is great, and we are facing undead targets, of course, which is even better. And we will most certainly hit our next big milestone here at level 32. So, if we can get this done and get back to Stormwind, we can head over to Righteous Plates and pick up our new shield and our new armor set. Very excited about that, so let's get started. A green wand, a dire wand. Shadow damage should sell for a decent amount. Yeah, I'm very excited to hit 32 because we should have more than enough gold to pick up the full set and the shield. And we do not need any of our abilities at level 32 either, which is even better. Just focus on our gear for now, and then we'll focus on abilities for the remainder of our 30s as we work towards our next upgrades 10 levels from now. We do need to be careful of Morladim while we're up here, because he does patrol this way. Luckily, I think he's like level 35, so we will at least have a chance, of using, hitting our Hammer of Justice or even hitting our Turn Undead spell. Should have a decent chance to get those both done. Or use those both if we have to escape. Haven't had to use Turn Undead yet, which I guess isn't too surprising, but I imagine when we get over to the Plague Lands, if we can somehow get to that point, we're probably going to be using it a lot more often to get out of sticky situations. Dim in the distance there. These healers are pretty easy to kill, but they do deal quite a lot of shadow damage. We only need 3 of them, so that they're going to be handled pretty quickly, but we just got to be careful not to pull them when we're dealing with the other raiders and wardens in the area. Speaking of the wardens, I think we're going to have to go into this crypt here to find them, which is going to be a little scary. Especially with Morladim walking around the entrance potentially, as he looks like he's coming back to approach right now. So yeah, let's go ahead and back off for a minute. Let's see, where did he go? There he is. Yeah, he's coming up to the crypt. This will actually be a pretty good time to scout him out a little bit. I don't know if he actually goes inside. No, it looks like he just kind of walks past. Paralyzing poison is definitely not great. Let's get some healing in before he tries to do it again. Looks like the healers are already responding behind us. Definitely have to do a lot more drinking, which I actually wasn't expecting out of a green quest against undead enemies. Thought we were going to be pretty efficient, but not so much the case. It doesn't help we keep getting hit with that poison too, which is definitely worth purifying off. Slows our movement and our attack speed a little bit too much. Alright, At some point we're gonna have to bite the bullet and get down in this tomb, so let's get down to the Dawning Wood catacombs. We've already pulled 2 warders, that's not great. Let's go outside. Hopefully they don't have anything too special. I see a raider out behind us too, so we're gonna have to stand here and just fight for now. Stun one. Should be fine. We might have to use up most of our mana, but that's okay. The good news is we only need 1 more, so we just have to rush down there one more time, grab one real quick, and then we can finish off the rest on the outside if we want. Let's see if we can actually get down there real quick before they respawn, and we'll have to deal with 2 at once again. Rather not have to do that, so let's see if we can grab him. That's a raider, unfortunately. So we're gonna have to kind of chill down here, I think, for a little bit. I think I might be able to grab that one over there. Unfortunately, we ended up getting a patrol here. We're gonna have to take him out quickly, get some mana real quick too, just in case the other ones respawn. Let's get that mana. Let's hopefully get out of here quickly. Just need 6 more raiders. Should be able to easily find those on the outside. Dim. Don't see him at the moment. Oh, there he is. He's far enough away that I'm not too concerned right now. Alright, I feel a bit safer now that we're behind the tomb. Yes, I think Morbin Fell is located in that house right there on the top of the hill. If you approach the house and the pathway leading up to it, you get this really, really cool ambiance. Everything gets super dark. You can't see that much in front of you. It's really, really cool, but I don't know if we're ever going to be able to complete the quest, unfortunately. Morbid Fell himself is an elite wizard. I mean, that already is going to be kind of tough in it of itself, but I think he's like surrounded by minions and stuff too. Fight him. So if we were to do this quest, we'd have to wait until we were like level 40 or 45 even, or something like that. I think we would have to wait quite a long time before I would feel comfortable taking him on. It'd have to be long after the quest is gray. Yeah, so you get this like even like deeper, you know, almost like miasmic haze, and it gets like super dark as you approach the house. It's really cool. Let's finish up our raiders. We need 2 more as Morladim approaches the catacombs. We've got our 2 raiders right in front of us. Perfect. Get one more drink in, we'll kill the last one, and then we'll see if the turn in is enough for us to reach level 32. And then we'll try to figure out which of our quests become green at that point. Hopefully some of them in our log will, and that'll give us a hint as to where we need to go next. I'm thinking at the very least we head back to Menethil in the Deepwater Tavern. We've got the missing diplomat quest line that we can continue for a bit. We'll see where that ends up taking us. Okay, so we're done with the quest. I can't tell how much experience it's going to give us, though. I have a feeling it's not going to give us enough, but that's okay. We can turn in the quest first and just come back to the cemetery if we need to grind for a few minutes. This is one of those quests, though, where I really do want to complete it someday, just because I feel for Sven and his situation. King's Honor. It's one of the better told stories in Classic. Your skill in combat, Sedelian, cannot be doubted. Your resolve may yet see us through to the end of Morbid Fell. For the Alliance. Go to the city of Stormwind and speak with Bishop Farthing in the Cathedral of Light. Give him Jitters' journal and tell him you mean to face Morbid Fell. Although Stormwind has forsaken Darkshire, Farthing is a kind soul and very wise. He may help you on your quest to save us. Your mission is perilous, but hurry, Sedelian. With each passing hour, the shadows of Duskwood grow even darker. Be careful. Alright, so we're getting 600 experience for that, so we still have to do a little bit of grinding. Probably not much, though. Probably like a couple of kills will be sufficient, and then we can turn in that book, or the journal that we read through. All right, I'm back for more, fellas. Who wants some of this? I can hear somebody in the area. should be good enough. So let's get over to Sentinel Hill. We'll cross the hushed bank. And we'll take a flight to Stormwind. Very excited that we're getting a brand new armor set. And hopefully as we enter some of these level 30 to 40 zones, we can pray that we stumble upon some new shoulders as well, and a new cloak too. Both of which could definitely use a big upgrade right about now. Oh, also worth mentioning, we're getting a headpiece, a helmet. That is also very exciting. First helmet should be a quite a boost to our physical damage reduction. Whereas all the other pieces are going to go up by about like 20 armor, I think, or so. Which isn't, you know, crazy, but we'll take what we can get. The helmet's going to be a big push. Right now our physical damage is reduced by 39.1%. Let's keep that number in mind as we equip our new upgrades.
Hello.
Something else we can do too while we're in Cathedral Square, that's actually like where we're going to do everything pretty much, because we need to speak with Farthing at the Cathedral of Light, and while we're in there we can take a look at our abilities that we haven't bought yet, and the abilities for level 34 specifically, because I don't think we need anything for 32. And then we'll see how much gold we have to save up. I imagine at this point in the playthrough, though, we're going to be getting so much gold between 30 and 40, and it's only going to be spent on abilities pretty much, that I don't think we're going to have to be too concerned about gold moving forward, as we have been for the first 30 levels. Feels like we were never able to catch up at times. Like we always had to wait on new abilities, or we had to wait on certain upgrades that we wanted to get. But I don't think that's going to be the case anymore. And of course our mount is going to be free if we are able to hit 40. So yeah, it should be awesome. We just gotta remain vigilant, stay careful, and keep pressing on the way that we have been. What kind of quests we got going on here?
Need something?
That's still for Tankmaster Overspark. I always forget. Bishop Farthing. Rest, brother. I can tell you have traveled far, and you bear a heavy burden. Can you tell me what casts that dark shadow over you?
Safe travels.
After reading the journal and hearing your intent, an evil taint has gained a foothold within that already beleaguered Duskwood. I thank the light we have a hero such as you to face it. But you must first prepare yourself for the coming trial, for the necromancer Morbid Fell is immensely powerful, and has cast dark enchantments about himself to protect him from physical assaults. If you are to defeat him, you will need a weapon that is proof against these protections.
Have a good one.
The Doomed Fleet. Oh, God. Yeah, I don't want to deal with this one, though. This, it was talking about the Lost Fleet, in the wetlands. This is what killed our druid a few series ago, if you guys have ever seen that series. This one's gonna be a rough one. I guess we'll take it for now because it's a free 1200 experience.
See you around.
Just to turn it in. But I don't know if I want to actually go through and complete that one. So we might not actually end up be taking on Morbidville after all, unless we, of course, like out-level it by a lot and decide to go back and do it as a gray quest. Then that's okay. Alright, Holy Light. I don't care to pick up Holy Light that much. We don't use it that much, and Flash of Light is just better in every way. Speaking of which, at level 34, we will be getting a new rank of Flash of Light, and that would be incredible. So we're going to need that. That's going to be 1 gold, 17 silver. Seal of Righteousness, again, definitely going to need that. So let's say 2.5 gold. We're at about... we don't need any of this stuff from protection. We're going to get Divine Shield at 34. I think this is just like an upgraded version of Divine Protection. I always forget what the difference is between these. Oh, the difference is you're allowed to attack. Much slower, albeit, but you are allowed to continue to attack at least. Definitely going to want that though, so we're going to be at 3 gold or so. And then Ret. Oh, we can get Blessing of Might right now. Okay. Well, we do want that, so I guess I lied. But we won't need anything else. So I think we're going to want Blessing of Might no matter what. Even if this means we can't get a piece of armor or something. I'm hoping we can still get the full set. But if it means that we can't, Blessing of Might is just too good for us right now to ignore. As we go back into Cathedral Square, let me just make a note of that real quick. That level 34. Abilities, about 3.5 gold. And now, let us enter Righteous Plates and pick up our new armor. Our priority is definitely going to be the shield and the helmet.
I supply only the finest goods.
From Augustus Moulaine here. Let's repair, let's sell some stuff. And let's see, augmented chain gear. And we're picking up the heavy Pavis, something like that. Which is actually the most expensive piece, probably. We'll get that in the helm first. And then we need these 6 pieces. I think we might be okay. Yep. Looks like we have a gold and 28 silver to spare. Awesome. That should be it. And then, yeah, our next pieces of gear... Oof. Yeah, our next pieces of gear aren't coming until 45. Yikes. It's even... So we have to wait even longer. Yeah, so I mean, gold is definitely not going to be an issue anymore, for sure, with that being said.
Safe travel.
Hopefully we can find another vendor that might have something a little sooner. Or maybe there's something we can get lucky with on like a drop or something. Let's get the new fit equipped. Very nice. Feels good to have that helmet. Also feels very weird just noticing that this cloak has skulls on it. Not super fitting for a paladin, but the shoulders go pretty well with this, even though they are low-level shoulders at this point. Man, we are looking official, especially with that shield. Yeah, it's at this moment where you're like, yeah, that's a paladin. All right. Just take a quick moment here. Just double check some stuff. We should probably vendor this.
Hello.
Alright, and with that, we're going to have some business in Menethil Harbor now. Quite a few things to look at, so we'll use our Hearthstone. Cannot believe we've made it this far already. I think my current record still for a hardcore character is level 34, I believe. Which is the Fire Mage, one of the first series I've ever done for this channel. At this point, probably like a year ago. That mage is still alive, but it's just a classic, no rules, just death equals delete, and that's it kind of playthrough.
How are you?
Which is why I haven't gone back to it, but that is our record currently, so we might actually be passing that, hopefully, fingers crossed. Alright, so for the missing diplomat, welcome, 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 Sedelian. Good of you to join us, perhaps an ale today, or some mutton. Name your pleasure and I'll see to it that you're taken care of. My name is Mikhail, and I look forward to serving you. What's that? Trius? Keep your voice down, my friend. This isn't something for the whole tavern to hear about.
See you later.
You say Elling sent you here? Well then, the hospitality I expressed is now tenfold. Anything you need, just ask. I will do my best to aid you. Slim, you say. Not sure the name sounds familiar, but I'll keep my eyes out for him. Don't look now, Sedelian, but the gentleman over by the exit is looking over here. He's listening to our conversation a little bit too intently, if you catch my meaning. If I were you, I'd do what you can to subdue him before he makes a break for the door.
Have a good one.
Let's take care of that. Hello there, Slim. Oh wow, 2 level 34s. I did not even realize that whatsoever. Well, hopefully this new armor helps. Hopefully it helps quite a bit. Oh my god, this is actually... I actually don't like the look of this at all. Let's get this up. Let's get the flash of lights out. I actually don't know if this was a good idea. Okay, oof. Okay, we only had to get him down to a certain health pool. Oh, thank God we didn't decide to take on his friend instead, because, oh boy. That was not looking good for a little bit. Alright, so he said, whoa, this is way more than what I bargained for. You're on your own, Slim. Okay. No need to get all violent. I'll talk. I have a few notes from the job back at my place. I'll get them and then meet you back in the inn. Oh, wow, we have a buff. I did not realize we had that buff on us. Let's get that off immediately. So I guess that fortitude, I mean, we still would have gotten through without that fortitude, but that's annoying that I didn't realize it was still there. Let's check our armor value real quick too. I wanted to see... Yeah, so from the new armor we gained About 3%. I thought it would be more than that, but I will take an extra 3% damage reduction. The block chance, I think, definitely went up too, which is a big deal. Yeah, our block chance is steadying out at around 5% or just below. Let me make sure I have a new rank of that. Okay.
Hello.
Caught him, huh? Good for you. I'm surprised that was Slim. I'll be honest, I never thought I'd miss the excitement of some of the more devious underground activities. I guess old habits die hard. Don't mention that to Elling. He'd probably try and get me to come back to Stormwind if he heard I missed the action. I'm glad I could at least be of little service to you while you were in Menethil. If you need anything else, just ask.
See you around.
Okay, well, so I guess we'll continue it with Mr. Slim here. He probably has what's next for the missing diplomat. The Defias don't pay me well enough to die for their cause. They took the king. Yeah, the king of Stormwind. Not some lowly diplomat. He was on his way to Theramore to meet Jaina Proudmoore. It was a big deal, apparently, and a big secret. But it's not just the Defias that are involved. They're working with someone. I think they knew this was bigger than them. My part was just to get their man on board the king's ship while it was in the harbor. The guy's name was Hendel. That's all I know, I swear.
See you around.
Let's speak with Mikhail again.
Need something?
The king? I mean, the king? The real king? Are you joking? You didn't mention you were looking for the king's kidnappers. I didn't even hear he was missing. That would explain his son being crowned some. I'll send word to Elling right away. He'll want to know you're on the trail. I would never have guessed John would sell out Stormwind for some lousy coin. Even a rogue's got to have honor when it comes to some things. The key now is to find this Hendel, and I think I can help you with that.
Safe travels.
The beginning of every month, the Kultiris Marines all get paid and usually leave Theramore for somewhere else. A lot of them come here to womanize, carouse, and just have a good time. One of the groups I'd consider regulars here at the tavern, and I believe this Hendel is among them. Commander Samal? I thought it was Samuel for a second. Commander Samal in Theramore would be able to help you find him if Hendel's still stationed there. He's completely loyal to Proudmoore, but if you drop Elling's name, he should help you out, discreetly. Find Commander Samal in Dustwallow. Alright, so we are getting pushed to Dustwallow, which means we are going to pick up this extra quest from Vincent Heil here. But first, let's speak with Glorin Steelbrow.
Hi.
Lightforge iron is a precious metal, but it sounds like your quest is a dire one. You've come a long way, brother. With luck, you might just find what you seek. And if you do get the iron, I know who can fashion it into a weapon against the necromancer you speak of in Duskwood.
See you soon.
The shipwrecks off the shore here are the doomed Third Fleet of Kultiris, burned and sunk by red dragons during the last Great War. The fleet hailed from Lordaeron, but one ship, an elvish destroyer, Flying Osprey, was within it. It was shipping a load of Lightforge iron and joined the Third Fleet for protection. Ironic that it sunk to the same dragons. Enough history. The Flying Osprey is wrecked to the south of Menethil Harbor. If you find the Lightforge iron there, bring it to me. South of Menethil Harbor. Okay, so this is different. Yeah, there's like a Murloc-infested ship or something to the south. I don't think we're going to be ready for that one, though. I'm pretty sure, at least. Where does that quest show up under? Oh, wow, it's green. Okay, interesting. So maybe we'll be doing it after all. Both wetlands quests are now green, so I think we're going to stay here, honestly. I think that's going to make the most sense. There's some stuff that's starting to become green in Ashenvale too, so we'll probably head to Ashenvale after we're done with the wetlands and with however far we can go with the missing diplomat. Let's take Vincent Hiles' quest first. My brother James went with Lady Proudmoore across the sea. Last I heard, the fighting had settled down over there, and James was setting up an inn somewhere on the continent. Wherever he is, I'm sure he's doing good business. Damn fine cook he was. I haven't heard from him in a while now. Too busy with his inn, I'd wager. But the clerk in Theramore could probably point you to him.
See you later.
Alright, we'll speak with the clerk in Theramore once we get there. Let's take a look. So I guess we're going to work on Lightforge Iron after all, to the south of Menethil Harbor. Yeah, okay, this James Hile quest is for Dustwallow, it looks like, which is going to be orange to us, of course. Because we're not quite ready for Dustwallow, but we can still speak with him. Alright, search for the wreckage of the Flying Osprey. Lightforge Ingot. So I don't know if this is going to drop off of the Murlocs that we'll see on this ship, or if it's something that we'll pick up. Yeah, I'm not even so sure you can go inside the ship, so it must be the Murlocs that surround it. Let's get started with it. Got some new armor to enjoy and play around with. And I'm really hoping it makes a big difference. Definitely feels good to be fully upgraded now, at least. But also doesn't help or ease my my stress knowing that we're gonna have to be dealing with that until level 45 potentially. That's not as great. Oh, nets are fun. Well, luckily they don't last for very long, so it shouldn't be a big deal. Hopefully. There is a waterlogged chest here, so maybe that has what I'm looking for. It'd certainly be convenient. Oh wow, we picked up a two-handed axe, I think, too. Should sell for quite a bit. Yeah, wow, here we go. This chest is waterlogged, and its siding broken. Many claw marks mar both the inside and the outside of the chest, as if Murlocs have searched through it and stolen its treasure. But tucked deep within the chest is a single Lightforge ingot. Unfortunately, many more will be needed if enough metal to fashion a weapon is to be gained. Having grabbed the single Lightforge ingot from the waterlogged chest, it is clear that the Murlocs have stolen the rest. Hunt the Murloc raiders near the Flying Osprey wreckage for the lost iron, Lightforge iron. So we got together 5 of them. Simple enough. Let's get to work. I guess we only need to collect 4 of them, which I guess also makes sense, since the one that we picked up from the chest should count. Well, you never know with classic vanilla logic sometimes. Well, hopefully that means the drop rate isn't too bad. Yeah, we've already got 3 out of 5, so far it's looking pretty good. Fourth one, just need one more. I remember this quest always taking quite a long time to complete, but maybe I was just unlucky in the past. This doesn't seem too bad at all. At the moment, at least. Knock on wood, that last, let's hope that last ingot doesn't take us forever to get. And there we go, the last ingot. Yeah, not too bad at all. Let's get back into the Deepwater Tavern. And we'll get our next marching orders.
Great to meet you. Watch your back.
Ah, you found them. Now let's get this Lightforge iron hammered into something useful, eh?
Safe travels.
There's a dwarven weaponsmith in the dwarven district of Stormwind who can craft with Lightforge iron. His name is Grimand Elmore. Yep, definitely know that name. I've packed the iron you found into a crate. Take it to Grimand and tell him your tale. I'm sure he'll oblige someone on a quest such as yours, and craft for you a weapon. A weapon to give even Morbid Fell worry.
See you soon.
Crate of Lightforge ingots. So yeah, we'll get back to Stormwind eventually. It's probably not going to be anytime soon though, so we are going to have to carry that around with us for a bit.
Here there.
But that's okay. I'm not too concerned about it. Already starting to make up a decent amount of gold. We only need like 60 more silver to pay for our level 34 abilities, and it's going to be quite a bit away. And just looking at what we're going to be doing next, I think we'll wrap up the wetlands here with War Banners and Ormur's Revenge. Let me see, and then I think maybe we'll go back to Ashenvale. We've got the Tower of Althallac still. Nightrun and Saturnar should be much more doable now. We should feel a lot more comfortable doing those, and we should be able to use Exorcism against those as well, since they should be considered demons. So I think that sounds like a plan. We'll be in Wetlands in the next episode, and then possibly Ashenvale afterwards. As always, I appreciate you all so much for watching, and if you enjoyed today's episode, please consider leaving that like and subscribing to the channel for more. I hope to see you in the next one. Take care.